There we go. We've got it for now. Yeah, so anything you wanted to see that you didn't get to see?
Hmm. Van Aert has a lot more interesting plays, like along like Gravity Well, right? Is something that I was hoping was gonna drop. Like we just get like the Gravity Well and maybe some icy. We didn't really get to see any like crazy plays with juxtaposition either. It was really straightforward on Casero's part, where just straight up movement and then missed walking silhouette tracer. Those just being able to hop right over stuff. You can't really stop it.
Yeah, we didn't see any Gravity Well. I assume it's in his deck because it seems like a pretty obvious inclusion, but we'll see. We'll see. All right.
Because I mean, the only way to counter Gravity Well would be like Light Bender or Blistering Scorn, and I think that you'd have to have a really big like psychic connection to know.
All right. Give me one sec. We are good to go. All right. We're going to jump into this next match. Here we go. This is game number 2 between Rainesama and Casero. It looks like Rainesama has the first player again. Oh, look at that whistling blade. That's kind of cool.
So if you manage to drop that big thing, there's no way Songhai can get through it.
I,
Onyx Bear Seal might be like a nice tech to say, I think that if my opponent plays something so big that I can't brute force my way, then they have to use juxtaposition or something to get out of the corner.
this was great. He mesmerized his opponent away, so now it's going to take him an extra whole turn to get to the corner. What a great play.
And this is really smart too because you aren't really, because again, you aren't going for the center mana.
Yeah.
And so playing not using your mana efficiently every single turn like that isn't an enormous deal. And plus he only needed to spend one mana to delay his opponent one turn. And
Yeah.
I think that this format really shows how you can troll your opponent, right? You build this advantage that just snowballs over a few turns if you can continuously delay what your opponent's trying to do. Because if he's running like he do with airdrop, say, right, he just drops it in that corner behind him like a Wings of Mechazor or something,
Yeah.
he wouldn't be able to step into that corner for another 2 turns possibly while he's beating it down.
All right. So he thankfully replaced into another Mesmerize, which allows him to move that Ether Master out of the way, which would otherwise have been a real problem for him to get by, I think. But he got lucky. All right.
Oh, and there's the Gravity Well, so that's kind of what I was hoping. Unfortunately, yeah, he just gets to play it down diagonally like this. So this will come into play maybe a little bit later into the game, right? Where
Yeah.
Casero finally needs to get into that last corner because as it stands right now, he can just ignore
Oh,
all
never
those
mind.
for ghost. Ghost lightning, fantastic.
Just
So now he's got 2 Ether Masters in play. So now he can basically fish through his deck and get the answer that he needs over and over and over again.
Now, what do you think about this? I feel like he could have moved the Ether Master up here and then played the other Ether Master here, blocking Rainesama again. Right?
That would be. I think that if he wasn't playing Songhai, that probably would be the play where you want to just delay your opponent. And I think that he's just really valuing, again, being able to fish through his deck for all these answers. Because last game we saw, he was able to come through with the Silhouette Tracers and the Mist Walking. So I think that he wants to fish those out of his deck again as soon as possible and just basically play the rush version of the Amazing Race. Like, just get into all 4 corners as quickly as possible, not really try to slow down his opponent too much, which I think might be Songhai's strength in this format, is their ability to get to each corner quickly.
Sure, sure. Okay, well, I think the last spell played was the Ghost Lightning, so I'm not sure how powerful this LQ and Lore Master is going to be. Ooh, look at this. This is a nice play. He's blinking the Spelljammer onto right in front of Rainsama, denying the mana tile, and creating this little impediment. So, all right. Oh my
Nice.
gosh.
Oh, that's really well timed. Getting the Silhouette Trace in order to step past that unit and then right into the corner.
Wow, and he blocks Casero from the corner. So that means that it's going to be not only like he's getting a third corner before Casero's getting a second, but Casero has to like wait a whole turn because there's not a whole lot of that Songhai can do to move someone out of a corner.
Ooh, really like the Mind Warper here. Being able to take spells from your opponent, especially in this matchup, he's probably hoping for a Gravity Well or something, truth be told.
Yeah. I mean, from what seemed like a pretty solid start from Casero, it seems like Rainesama is going to be able to pull this one out.
Yeah, and we see actually he's got the Wings of Mechasaur, so we're seeing a little bit of that meta, like just messing with your opponent, still built into the deck. But that turn 1 Mesmerize was really strong.
Yeah.
He was able to delay him so much while he just instantly scooped up those 2 corners. Because, again, going turn 1, you get your first corner for free, and then he just robbed a turn from Casero. So it's almost like Rainesama went twice.
Yeah. This is, I'm not sure there's a whole lot that Casero is going to be able to do here looking at Rainesama's hand. He is the 3rd Silhouette Tracer, which has got to be the best card in this whole format, right?
Oh, yeah, because then he's got the Hailstone Prison.
And
then
he's got a 4th one.
Mercy.
Goodness gracious. All right. Well, that was game number 2. And it looks like it's tied 1-1 between Casero and Rainesama. What do you think?
Oh, man. Both players really showed how quickly they can make that circuit if they draw well.
Yeah.
And I think that what I'd like to see is possibly Casero on Songhai going turn 1. I think that might give him the edge that he needs to get that free corner and then just really accelerate to close out this series.
So I don't want to spoil anything, but I watched the start of this match, and there's a really cool play.